Hello, YouTube and Twitch. Lytbringr here, and I like how this little welcome message system kind of pops up here. I'm guessing there will be something like that that's a little easier to see in-game, like if you get disconnected, but the fact that they have a thing for disconnections. This will be a review of sorts. I mean, I streamed the game like twice yesterday. So I have played probably 12, 14 hours. I won't probably review the javelins in their entirety since I've only played with the Ranger and Storm. BioWare has already said that this is kind of the pre-build for the final game sort of thing. Like, there are some rebalancing things in the works, so when like the actual game drops, there will be balance changes. What that means exactly, I do not know. So all it means is that some things that... Why is this so quiet? Alright, we're gonna go easy because I really don't need the frustration that is the Stronghold. We are going to do the Stronghold though, because you guys didn't get to see that, and me and Jarrell did it a lot yesterday. So yeah. So we will be doing that. The wife will not be joining us this time. And Jarrell is occupied as well. So it's just you and me and all the other people watching. Booyah! So we will get this show on the road. For those of you that are interested in the Storm, I feel like he is very... Ooh. Wait, am I getting a... What? I am very at 15, am I just unlocking everybody out? No. No.
You have made a good choice, freelancer.
Who's the Yarrow?
Colossus is the most powerful of all javelins. Not so fancy, but this one hits very hard. Thick armor makes it slow, but with a big cannon and heavy shield, others run, not you. Outside the wall, you are the wall. And this particular Colossus is close to my heart.
Why is that?
Same chestplate I wore in combat many years in the past. And now, you will wear it.
You wore this in battle?
Oh yes, shot many times. Wear it. Continue the work. Who knows the story you will write?
I don't know who Yarrow is, but that looks cool. And I get to unlock Interceptor, which I have seen in use enough.
And this javelin will enhance your quick strike capabilities. It's evident that your combat skills are improving.
Thanks.
The Interceptor is not for rookies. That's why we waited to introduce it to you. Corvus developed this suit so our agents could get in quick and get out quicker. This javelin is more agile than anything you've experienced.
Sounds deadly.
Are these all from different faction guys?
Consider its advanced weaponry. Our agents have found its stealth abilities invaluable in delicate situations. But be careful. Great speed comes at a price. Lighter armor.
Good to know.
I'm interested in what you can accomplish with the Interceptor.
I didn't use the Interceptor at all. I did see it used enough. I'm currently running a burst auto rifle and a pretty OP sniper. I've got an ice attack, a lightning strike, and wind wall. A, because it's high level. B, because I don't like the, if you've played Destiny as a warlock and you get the rift, this is kind of like that. It looks like the Ranger's defensive bubble shield, but it doesn't block bullets, which I did not know. It speeds up recharge rates by 20%. For most of my abilities, they recharge really fast anyway, so it's kind of a waste for me. I can get rid of the glacial spear because I think I prefer the fireball because setting things on fire is fun. So yeah, let's get to work. I'm going on easy, not so much to just make it easier for me, but more to help ease the time constraints because it is Sunday. I am going to be matchmaking, so it may take a minute, it may not. What the heck is this? No, that is not who I had selected. What the heck? Ah. Okay. The Ranger is a lot of people's bread and butter. Throughout the last few days when I've been playing, even the level 14 and 15 people me and Jarell were hanging out with yesterday, we saw maybe 80% Rangers. Probably more than that. I mean, I wasn't keeping perfect track, but I didn't see many storms. I saw maybe one interceptor that wasn't liking it wolfed Jarell's. And Colossus, I only saw one or two of them, and they were in the strongholds. So I don't know. This is my first time getting on today, so it's like 6 at night, and I'll be only staying on for like an hour or so. Crap, it's gonna boot me out. I haven't really watched any other reviews on this game. The biggest thing I am hoping BioWare will fix in the next 3 or 4 weeks is getting in. Like here, I'll get to about a thumb's length away on that bar, and then it's gonna just stop. And it sucks, and you don't get to play. And the only fix is to... Yep, that's about the number. There it is. Like 1/20th left, maybe. And then it's just like, nope, no more love. The only fix that really works for me is you quit out, you start it back up, a bing, a boom. It will give me the option when I load back in, hey, you were trying to join an expedition, did you still want to be part of that particular match? I will say no, because I want to switch back to my storm, because I love the storm. If nothing else, because everybody else is on the ground, the storm gives me, like, it takes advantage of that verticality. This game introduces a great amount of, with the flight capabilities and being able to dash and sprint and jump around and stuff, there's a lot of Warframe-esque, like, mobility is key. Where are you going? Oh look, there are turrets behind one of the covers and you didn't take that second to notice them there, and then you get destroyed. I've had that happen. Those little triangles on the bottom right corner for the loading, if you weren't here yesterday, we figured out if you don't see the triangles when you're loading in, you're not getting in. Those are key for some reason. There were server issues Friday. There's still issues with loading in. But again, when being able to get into the game is the only issue we found between me, Jarell, and my wife Avilthi, we couldn't find anything wrong. I mean, we weren't like trying to fly through every single piece of foliage and rock and hey look, there's a mountain, I just flew through it, oops, bet that wasn't supposed to happen. My wife no longer wants to play the demo because now she just really wants to play the game.
Hey.
Jack, you trying to talk to me, bro? I already did all your dialogue. Okay, I do need to go to... Okay, Wetwork's been asking... Like, he asked me yesterday, too. I want to... No, I didn't accept it. No! That's not what I wanted to do! Gosh darn it! Son of... But I'm not seeing my triangles, so it may not be loading me in anyway. So, okay. So I will be playing with one of the people on my friends list, Wetwork, which is just a sick name. Maybe we will do the Stronghold with them, hopefully. Worst case scenario, I do still need to get my Javelin switched out, so hopefully I'm not joining them in their, like, mid-mission kind of thing. But no, I love the Storm. The verticality is good. Being able to use his supers every few seconds is awesome. It doesn't do quite as much damage as, say, the rockets or the things that the Colossus can do, the grenades or the mini missiles of the Ranger, but in exchange, he gets a lot more combo potential. He gets a lot more, like, debuffs and AoEs and stuff, which I love. Um, I do have a couple of ones that I'm not as big a fan of. Yep, it's gonna freeze me out again. Just watch. So while it's loading, I will let... I gotta remember how to find people on this. Send message. Trouble getting in. Eh. Well, shoot. Okay, I did send. What message did he send? Okay, I want to see what... No! That sucks. Yeah. But no, there's... I don't know if I could call it, like, a server issue, but it's definitely a connectivity issue. Like, once you're in the game, everything runs great, it runs smooth. If it's just because they didn't expect as many people doing as much stuff in the game as they are, like, this is BioWare with backing from EA. This is, like, EA's biggest project, I feel, of at least probably the next, like, quarter. Like, the next 4 or 5 months, I think Anthem is where their money's riding. So... But no, I saw Jim Sterling's review, and he was kind of meh about the game. He did say kind of outright that didn't look like the kind of game he'd be investing a whole, like, millions of hours in, like I would, because this is my kind of game. So his review and my review will be a little different, of course. But he did cite the connectivity issues, and he actually pointed out how the guns feel like all the enemies are kind of spongy. And I think he's right. Like, no matter what power gun or type of gun I was using, they all felt like they took about the same number of trigger pulls to kill an enemy. Shotguns are, I feel like they're stupid. Unless you're running maybe an interceptor, get up to a guy really fast, shoot him point blank with the shotgun. But the way Jarrell, Lycan It Wolfed, was running him yesterday pretty much was get in, melee the crap out of people, and then get out. And I'm like, so why do I need a shotgun? The melees in this game are pretty potent. But shoot, now I'm wondering, like, did me hitting the level cap for the demo cause me to be able to unlock all the frames or javelins? Or is it a, hey, it's the last day of the demo, here's everybody? Plasma Star? What's... I don't know what Plasma Star is. A throwing star that melts through armor, or a melee attack that blows things up. Okay. Or, wow, that's a lot of damage. No, stop it. Go the guy you're comfy with. Although I do want to equip these guys, but I really don't have to. So here is my... I am sorry, guys. There we go. I didn't know that unlocking different javelins was going to make them my main thing. So,
Ladders hanging in the enclave. I wonder when they all came down.
let me let Wetwork know I am... I'm down for hold. I type so slow on these, and I really hate this system. I know you can do... What the, I don't even know what that means. For hold, if you still... It's just... I hate the typing system in this game. You look so good. It's, like, Jarrell was playing Ranger a lot yesterday, and realized that the melee attack, though it's got a cooldown, still felt really good to him. So when we both hit level 12 about the same time, and he's like, alright, I want to, like, which javelin do you want to pick? Do you pick Colossus Storm or Interceptor? He went full on melee with Interceptor, and they do a crap ton of damage with their supers, which he seemed to get a little more often than mine. So cooldowns might be a little different, or maybe I just wasn't paying good enough attention. Whatever that case may be. The Storm, I feel like, does a good chunk of damage. There were, like, even in the Stronghold we've been doing, I never really get hit by the final boss. The rest of the dungeon hurts. Like, the guys do a lot of damage. There are a lot of bad guys. They seem to infinite spawn, because it's do this, hold, defend, while the enemies keep coming, and, like, hold the position or grab the MacGuffins for a little bit. And it was really fun, but when you get to the final boss, he tended to focus on everybody else because they were all on the ground. It's a giant spider monster, so it's like, I see all these spider... Like, it had little spiderlings on the ground, and they all would try and, like, swarm the guys on the ground, while I'm here floating above the action using my sniper, taking my sweet time to just pick off on the boss's weak spots. I don't know if I'll be playing with Wetwork or not. I am having a lot of fun with this game, though. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Av didn't play with us long enough to hit 12 and pick an extra frame. And she doesn't want to play with me anymore because she's like, well, now that I'm invested in the game, I want to play the entirety of the game. I want to see who these people are because their stories, I feel like I'm in the middle of the book. And I really like that. Okay, I will invite him. Woot. I have too many friends, guys. That's a lie. There he is. I don't want to invite to party. I want to invite to a game. But no, even on easy, you get a lot of gear from the strongholds. And it gives you gear based on, I think, every type of javelin that was there. Like, probably 2/3 of the gear I was getting were for, like, my javelin. But because Lytbringr Wolf was running an interceptor, I got a few pieces of decent level gear for my interceptor, even though I never used one or had one. Yeah, I just float up. Like, who needs an elevator when I can just, you know, be up there? Super cool. Again, I'm picking easy just because the enemies will be a little less tanky. It won't change anything. I'll still get some decent level gear. As you saw, I'm level 15. Most of my gear is level 19 at this point. 17 to 19. And that's because the strongholds give you gear that is far past your level. Most of the blues are between 17 and 19. Greens I'm getting are like 16 or 17. And even the normal gear is pretty okay.
Patching in our contact from Corvus.
Freelancer, I see you're not one for briefings.
I like to learn on the go.
Can't fault you there. Name's Sev. Corvus has assigned me to counter Scar activity around Fort Tarsus.
Since when does Corvus care about scars?
Since they started making acidic weapons to attack supplies.
It's just dark enough in some of these tunnels. I like
this is where they're making the acid.
Any idea how?
I want you to find that out. Put a stop to it.
But like here, the gun, it feels okay.
It's gone volatile.
For those of us who don't speak shit, but that's bad, right?
Obviously. Freelancer, you'll need to silence the relic.
Oh, right, turrets. I should probably deal with you. I do love my firewall. Time. See, the problem is, I don't know how to spec, because there are component slots, and for those of you that watched yesterday, you'll know that they did a lot to But see, I already have one of my special abilities back. But like in this area, the guys are thinking I'm not paying attention. But I'm kind of like the enemies, like once the shields are down, And the goal in this particular part is find some glowy balls. Oh crap. The enemies do drop stuff pretty regularly. But yeah, it's these little glowies. then I take him here. Yes, I know it needs to go there. Okay, where is this floaty? Oh, there's one. That's 2. Three. These guys do not like lightning. I don't know why I can't see his health bar. That's 4.
Halfway there.
The rest are probably on the other side of... I love that spin. But no, I'm not trying to do a walkthrough of this, just, really, the only thing I don't like about the game so far is in the free roam. It's really hard to know where your friends are in this huge open world, and this isn't the full-sized open world. Jarrell did a lot of trying to explore, well, every nook and cranny he could that the game would let him, and he kept hitting a lot of spots where the game's like, you can't go there, sorry buddy. And that's all well and good, but if he's on one end of the map, I didn't get any kind of indicator. I wanted something. If we went in as a squad, I wanted to know at least the general direction of all my friends. Oh, sweet, we have a Colossus, we have at least 1 Ranger, and an Interceptor. This is awesome! Oh, and it looks like the Interceptor's got the other floaties, so let's go with him. Kefuan. Because I think he'll put in his 2 or 3, and I think I have the last one. Yeah. So. And the next area will be relatively the same sort of thing. They do keep referencing people and silencing relics and shaper relics, but
Let's check the second relic. Put your theory to the test.
we don't know what those are because we're not really... I mean, if we've been paying attention to stuff so far... Like, I know lore-ish, but I feel like since this is BioWare, we're gonna get...
Look, eggs everywhere. Your theory's got legs.
I'll pat myself on the back after I dealt with the scars.
I do love how, of all the classes, like right now, if it was Ranger, I'd be on the ground already. Bro, are you really gonna be that guy? Fireball. Oh, great, turrets. Bam! Whoa. What just exploded? But no, for my storm, I usually build for health and or shields. I think shields are better, at least from the way I play. But we don't see you sniping. Leave me alone, buddy. Oh, nice. the Colossus is getting work done. That's 2. Got that teamwork going. Everybody's like, hey. But no, this one there's 12, and apparently these little motes help, like, turn off or overload the thing. Like, I don't quite understand what we're doing with this part. I know they're using these things to either keep open a door or whatever. Look at this world. I did have one issue with Jim Sterling's thing. He said the game looked kind of bland. I'm like, have you... What? It looked like he had only really played free roam, and I'm not gonna say that's all he did, because I know he did play a story. At least, because that's where the footage he was playing... Okay, there should be some... Petties coming down in a minute. Because Jarrell informed me yesterday that he thought the way that the strongholds worked were you would get all the glowies, and then another wave of enemies would show up and these doors would open and the floaties would like be able to escape because you're killing all the baddies. But we had this issue yesterday where like the bad guys just kind of didn't show up for a minute or two. And again, I think that's more a connectivity issue than it is the game. Okay, I'm gonna go back that way. See if maybe we as a group missed one or two. Because I would feel silly if I'm like, so where the bad guys at, yo? Only to find out that, oh, they're like right there. Oh, where am I going? But I love the mechanics. Oh, I found one. First, I'm gonna grab the loot, though. But yeah, I think what needs to happen is you need to have collected all the ones that are there. There you are. Okay, and that'll be 8. Then we'll fight guys, and those 2 over there will open, and then we'll fight the last 2 waves, and those 2 will go back. There we go, yeah. Oh, jeez. But no, like, the LMGs fire about as slow as this guy does. And they're light machine guns, so why? Why are you showing me? Oh, that's cool. Grab you. Grab you. Be a big dang hero while my friends are keeping the baddies occupied. Check my radar at the top. But like here, I see all their blue dots, but if they go too far away, the blue dots just kind of start like fading away. And I don't like that. Oh, where am I going? And once again, it's more a where's the last relic. If they really want to make this a little more simple. Okay, somebody already got those. Okay, somebody did get the last one. Sweet.
Relic silenced. Think we're... What was that?
It came from below.
Of course it did.
Hate to say it, but that thing is probably what's producing the eggs. If we don't get rid of the source,
The scars will come back and keep making weapons.
But you'll notice
Find me a
most of
way
the
to
guys
ground.
are flying in
Already done.
spurts. It's because they're not storms. I do like how pretty much in the air everybody's about even. Now, based on the way the leveling has worked here, I know previously I was under the impression there would be like a talent tree
Why is there a
for your
door in the
guy,
cave?
and there might be.
or hey,
You just yell?
Oh, the big bad Corvus agent's not a fan of scorpions.
what? You know, rabbits, their likability isn't up for debate.
Wow, his melee's got some serious range. That's cool. I am really happy that there's one of each class in this run. Me and Jarrell got close, but he was trying to get better gear for his ranger for the most part at the time.
The only way forward is through an underwater passage ahead.
Like, I'm sorry, you don't want to get left behind in this place.
But you'll notice my fireballs, I can either fire multiples, or I can hold and charge for one really nasty fireball. But the recharge time's pretty dang quick. I mean, we're talking, what, maybe 20 or 30 seconds? Alright, we are
Wow. It's almost peaceful down here.
Scorpions can't swim, right?
Don't worry, Sev. I won't let them get you.
To note, you can't use any of your abilities underwater, but I have heard bits and pieces that there may be either like a faction or some upgrades that let you
That's a lot of eggs.
You know what they say? You've got to crack a few eggs to make an omelette.
I don't want that omelette.
For any of you that have never done this
What is
part,
that?
Another relic. Careful, freelancer.
there are
It's
relics
unstable.
on the platform we landed
I hate
under.
it when they do that.
What do we do now?
You'll see
Gather
it
the
better.
fragments and silence the relic.
But grabbing this makes it so I can't use my super jumping ability. I cannot fly. I did not know that when I first did it, and it didn't give me that, oh, by the way, you can't fly right now. And I died a couple of times while trying to figure that out. Let's put this baby to sleep.
Heads up, scars incoming.
How'd they get down here?
Bastards love to borrow.
Wait, where the... Oh, there it is. Way over there. Jeez. Time to go. I can, however, and you will notice sometimes there will be guys that'll see what you're trying to do and you're... Oh, you've got the relic? Cool, let me cover your back because you can't fly to escape. And you do not realize how fun it is to fly in this game until you can't do it anymore. And you're on the other freaking side. Let's see, for me, I usually don't grab these, but A, this is easy. B, I am max level, so I can take a few of those
Hey,
risks.
freelancer.
More scars.
But
I know.
your
This
shields
thing's extra
recover.
powerful.
Your health really doesn't, so I like upping the max shield over the health. Goodbye, big guy. But yeah, I'm a little overpowered for this difficulty that we're doing. Me and Jarrell were debating doing this on hard today, but he had some things come up, and that is completely okay. But see, I've already got my lightning strike back. But magic doesn't seem to really hurt shields as much as it could. Dang it, I directly hit his shield with that one. No! No! Yeah, I don't think that was... I don't know if that was me or the game. So let's try and jump back in. No. I am gonna love... Yes, I don't like getting disconnected, and I don't like it being pretty much a 50-50 whether or not I'm going to be able to get into the game or not. Because Av, Lycan, and I had that issue where we would go to, like, do free play. One or two of us would have the triangles and be able to get in, and one of us would be told, like, get to that thumb's length of bar and be stuck. Okay. But it's really easy to get in. It takes almost no time at all to jump back into the game. It's always given me the option, hey, you were in a thing. Like, even if you don't fully load in, it's always given me that option. But here I don't, because I'm not on comms with that team, I don't know if everybody got booted or if it was just me. I don't know. I don't know if it was their connectivity issue or just my game crashed on my end because I've got a bunch going on. I don't, but hey, it's a Sunday night, it's a peak time. It's really, again, if this just shows stress test wise, and you guys saw, like, nothing is wrong with this game, but I'm waiting. I probably won't be one of the guys that does it, but I know there will be guys already out there trying to, like, number crunch everything. Oh, sweet. Not everybody got booted, just me. But no, I don't really like either of this guy's special abilities. His energy recharge thing boosts your recharges by 20% for 10 seconds, which is all well and good. Like here, I like it because all my abilities are stronger than all my guns, except the sniper. But I mean, I can get crits with my spells too, which is super awesome. How is that guy not dead? But like this does nothing to anybody unless they're using projectile weapons, which the spiders really don't. But again, you see how quick my stuff recharges? Do I need a buff that speeds that up by 20%? Like, what's 20% of a second or two? I can't tell if it helps the... Oh, I think I'm really the only one standing on the thing. This is going a lot slower than I'm used to, so I don't know. But no, like, I couldn't tell if my... Like, see, I get these back really fast, but that does nothing for me. See, I think these guys are too far away for some reason. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe because I loaded in slow, it's not showing me things properly. Because this is not going up at the speed it should be. So I'm a little confused, because these guys are here, but it says the signal is really low, which is odd, because...
I don't think our friend liked that. Too bad.
Yeah, I think it was just me, because it just finished, and it was showing me nothing. So... And you do get a chest at the end of everything. It's kind of like a mini raid from Destiny. You get looted. Well, yeah. You get... Here's a part. You get loot. Good loot, bad loot, you get loot, period. Most of the loot I've gotten is just the same loot, but with, like, different stats. The blue ones have 3 little bonus things. I'll get things, they're like... bonus 5% shield, or like 15% pickup radius. I like pickup radius, especially for those little health pickups, when my guy can, like, if he loses his health, he goes down in like 2 shots. So yeah. Where am I going? Like, where'd the little map marker thing go? Oh, here we are. I am getting grumpy. Again, this is a demo, so it's probably just going on a refresh timer or something. But, like, it's almost like every other time I go into the air to start flying, the game is like, hey, did you know that while you're hovering, that blue energy field around you is freaking boss? Yeah? Well, now you know. And I'm like... I already knew this, guys. Whoa. The heck was that? Sorry, guys. I'm getting, like... Eh. That was totally me. That was user error all the way. But, like, I can't even pop eggs without... But see, like 2 or 3 of these does about the same amount damage. Okay, there's the interceptor, so I think everybody's finally back on the same page on where we're supposed to be going. I do love my fire.
Pretty dark in here.
Throw down a flare. It will help.
You freelancers have tools for everything.
Back into the deep.
See, this is what it would feel like if you dropped a couple 100-pound suit or more into the water. You would sink a bit, and I would have to kind of get my bearings.
Oh, that's just wrong.
Remember? Only a scorpion. But bigger.
A lot bigger.
You're not helping.
Oh, did I beat them over here? Because now it will bring everybody to me. Hey, look, it's...
It would be unprofessional to cut the link, right?
Highly.
Damn it.
Next time, I expect big-ass bugs to be in the mission briefing.
You'd have to show up for that to help.
Alright, so let's go with my sniper. That thing will not really mess with me, so... But yeah, look at the damage I'm doing. I have never done that kind of damage. not like that fire damage. No. Oh, come on. It jumping up. Okay, it did not. That might be me. My connectivity thing. Like, I'm not gonna blame the game for that, because it's never moved that sporadically before. See, then it drops minions. As you see, I keep completing little challenges here and there, and I think that's how you get a lot of your XP. Where's the big guy? Wow, that was my fault. Yeah, and as we're popping its brains, is what they look like. The heck? It does. Ah, no. Oh, my ammo. And I'm out of heat. Uh-oh. Where did he go? Wrong gun. With the storm, I know in a lot of the trailers and stuff, we see the storm using a lot of like ice powers to set people up, and then guys like use explosives on the frozen guys, and it does a lot of combo damage and stuff, but I don't like my ice spells. I do have a couple. Lightning doesn't seem to combo with anything, which kind of disappoints me.
Even the way it dies is unnerving.
I wonder how many beers it'll take me to forget that thing. I'm gonna go with 8.
One for each of the tyrant's legs.
No more scorpion talk, please.
But like Weak Point Striker, each time I do a mission, I'm getting those challenges over again. So I think it's like the longer you do, or the better you do, you're getting more medals, and the more medals you get, you're getting bonus XP for each medal. But then at the end, it looks like everybody gets the same amount of XP, so it could be a communal thing. Lycan was able to show me, or explain to me, how the alliance system is supposed to work. Way to upstand. Ooh, artillery. I've never been the artillery guy. Everybody else was an executioner. I think it's because we were doing it on easy. But I mean, you're still getting some really good XP. So, Alliance XP will go into a weekly pool for you and your friends to get bonus coins and money. So say you're my friend, you don't play this week, but everything I'm doing is putting points into that communal fund, and then when you finally do get to log in, like, yeah, this is the one I was talking about, Quickening Field. Ice Storm, if you fire just one, it does almost no ice damage, but if you keep firing ice at people, the last hit turns it into like an ice explosion there at the end, which is really cool. And it does freeze people, just I don't really understand how to capitalize on it. I am gonna scrap some of these Because at this point, I have a lot of interceptor stuff from playing with Jarrell. I don't know what Spark Dash is. I'm guessing this is Aura combo. But again, like, I know Lightning does... But as you can see, like, the green one has Javelin Grenade Launcher ammo, I guess is what that's supposed to be. But it's only got the one bonus because it's green. The blue ones have 3 bonuses, but they're varied. Like, on this one I've got Shield Recharge, Health, and Ranger. This one I've got just the Health pickup, and it's a pretty decent sized pickup, because 2% bonus health is nice. I'm not a big fan of the shotguns in this game. They fire really slow and do, like, no damage, I felt like, compared to just any other gun. That's a 19. I don't need this 17 quickening field. I'm guessing Spark Dash is for interceptors. Flame Burst. Flame Burst is actually pretty good. It gives me that targeting dome reticle, and as I hold the button or press it again, it's going to keep dropping fireballs on people, which is pretty cool. The recharge rate, I think, is how many, like, percent per second I get back, but I don't know. Venom darts? No, that one's for, a ranger, which Venom darts... Acid lowers your defense and resistances, which is nice as a debuff, but the mini missiles do so much more damage. I'll take that. Sorry. 2% health per pickup, or shield recharge, health pickup, and ranger grenade recharge of 0. Yeah, I can get rid of that. I'm getting parts. Fire inscription. What's this do? Increases fire damage by 10% and effect buildup by 10%. I'm guessing that's how much fire I need to hit them with before they get set on fire. Okay, I might keep that one. Because I've not seen a thing that buffs my character as a character. I already have a level 19 of this gun. It's the gun I currently use because I do like the auto rifles with the burst. I can go back to Fort Tarsis, but it gives you an option of where you want to return. So I'm guessing there will be multiple, like, little mini places to go. Like, Fort Tarsis may be the big one with all the major NPCs, but... I don't know. I do like how I did unlock all 4 classes. That's nice. Because it gives you a little leveling... thing. And you're gaining access to something like every single level, it looks like. You get... But because... Like, as you guys saw... What? I hit the X button. What did the X button do? Okay. I guess I hit... But like here, we really... At 12, we got our second javelin. But we were looking forward to 14 because at level 14 you get a second component. And these seem to affect a lot of things. Like, I like having the shield boost. Or, like, it reads increases javelin shields, but then it says javelin armor. But I notice the javelin health, 348 fills up only a little over half the bar. But 248 maxes out its bar. So does that mean that the shield has a lower level cap? Like, say your max energy shield. Like, it works a lot like in Halo. 1 and I think 3 had a health bar too. But you've got your energy bar. And once that's depleted, then you start taking health damage. Health isn't as easily recovered, but your energy shield after a few seconds does begin to recover. So I'm like, well, he's really squishy. Once his shield is gone, you noticed I kept getting knocked into the red quite quickly. 2 or 3 big hits and I was already down for the count. But that's why I'm like, wouldn't I rather up the recharge rate of my shield make the shield as big as humanly possible, like make the health bar that can recharge itself big. But then I'm like, but it looks like I get more health max? But because he's so squishy, like, there's no place to see his overall, like, energy levels, or, like, this one gives me armor. Like, here, I can give up a little armor. I can get rid of that one, because I already have a bigger one. And again, I prefer this guy. But there's no way to see, like, my stats that I've been able to figure out. I don't want to zoom in. That's dumb. But like toggling the tooltips just makes these go away. So I'm looking more at my guy without all the little things. And then there's appearance, but I don't know, like based on how this guy functions, do I want to be going for armor or health? Again, I feel like there will be more in-depth tutorials when... Also, what does my... Because I'm going from a 14 to a 17. I'm gaining a little health, I'm losing a little shield, but I'm getting that fire booster, which is nice. And again, if I could go to 16, I would just rock all three. Fire boost, armor boost, shield boost. I didn't really get too much. Yeah, I've already got the warden. The sniper does good work. The marksman rifle is okay. The LMGs are pretty trashy. Even though they say they're like a few hundred rounds a minute, and they do decent damage, it's like doof, 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 doof. But I'm like, my machine gun does about the same damage in a lot quicker time. So, eh. And targets don't usually like to stay in one place while you're just wailing on them with an LMG. So, yeah. But Ice Storm is kind of meh to me. I did get a higher level Flame Blast, and Flame Blast is pretty cool. Living Flame goes through walls, but it's not my favorite. I now have a higher level Ice Storm, so I can get rid of that. Living Flame is not my favorite. But with this for fire, and then using this, now that I've got some things that open up... What is a Glacial Spear? Fire... Oh, it's kind of like just a lance of ice. It's just one giant icy beam. But it's only got one shot. You see its recharge is a little slower. But, like, what does a recharge of 3 on Burning Orb mean? I was getting it back so quickly. For the damage, is that the mini fireballs or the big fireball that does that damage? I don't know. It gives me more health drops, though, so that's nice. This one gives me shield recharge and health per pickup, so... But I don't know. But now I've got an upgraded version of this. This one's pretty nice if lightning did anything that I could tell. Fire sets people on fire. I don't see it very often, but now that I know maybe it's got to do a build-up of some sort to do it, that's pretty cool. I feel like these things will get better explained.
I wonder when they all came down.
Aww. Zoe is best girl. And if you ask anybody that's played the tutorial, she's pretty much the only girl. So I didn't really have an option, but she's super cool. I love her voice. Lycan asked me yesterday, like, what's with all the different accents on these people? I mean, we're going kind of a post-apocalyptic, this is the last bastion of people, and they're defended by these sentinels. Freelancers apparently went into a very one-sided battle a while back, and there's not many of us left, and that's why your freelancer is so unique, is because they're really not around anymore. But because I'm doing so well, it's one of those kind of a Final Fantasy game where oh, yeah, you're like the guy that'll do all these side contracts, and nobody really wants to talk to you, but if the Sentinels won't do it, because it doesn't look like the Sentinels do a whole lot of the heavy work, or they're stretched really thin and can't kind of thing. So it's a very... I am excited. Again, this guy has a chunk of... Where did it go? Where did it go? That's a wall. Let's go back around. I missed it. Where did it go?
Yeah, hi.
There's that.
Commander Rule, huh? The gossip's everywhere. Fort Tarsus is
I think he's trying to build some sort of anti-Superman weapon, because that looks like the glow of kryptonite. There is a case in here. Where did it
Yeah, hi.
go? Yeah, be quiet. No one's trying to talk to you right now. Okay, I swear, I saw it yesterday. There was a, like, glass case with a piece of green rock in it. Looked just like how I imagine kryptonite raw would kind of look. Did I just walk past it and I'm just too dumb to notice? Because now I feel kind of like a dummy, because I'm spending way more time in this room than I really should be. Just
How's it
trying
going?
to show you guys a block of stone that I think is pretty cool. If y'all do not stop trying to be my friend. But nope, so that was how the game is played. My review, if you're already planning to get the game, nothing I say is going to sway you. The loads, as you saw, it was a little touch and go pretty much the entire time. Now, I didn't have the game boot me before, so I don't know. I think that was just like freak coincidence kind of thing. But you did see I had to like quit out the game a time or two because it wasn't loading me in properly to where I wanted to go. And because that's kind of a 50-50 thing, like, meh. There are a lot of NPCs I can't talk to yet, so I'm really excited to do that. I am excited to get this video up. Let me know on YouTube, on Twitch. Let me know, what do you guys hope to see added or fixed or taken out? I am, like, I know a lot of people, like Jim Sterling especially, was like, this game's okay, it looks like something I'll enjoy for at least a little while. But then he popped that thing I think we're all dreading in the background. It's like, but you see that EA stamp on it, and you're like, what's EA gonna do to screw it up? Like, is EA already trying to put their hands in the Anthem cash box, and they're really wanting to do, like, how bad is it gonna be when they finally release the microtransactions? Because we don't get to see those. We get to see what some of the things are. Like, most of my gear that I'm wearing is the base, but on my Ranger, I'm wearing a lot of the cosmetic items you could buy. All the cosmetics in the demo you can buy with these, like, money-looking coins. But I don't know... Like, there's a second currency that it shows on a few of them. Like that air guitar I was doing there at the end. That one said it cost those purple, like, triangular shard things. And I'm like, I've never gotten any of those in-game. So I don't know... What do I have to do to get those? Are those a farmable? Are they something that sometimes will drop out of stuff? Are they the premium currency I'm going to have to pay for? Like with the coins, I don't get the coins often, but I understand that that's kind of like how the alliance system will be. Like, once a week, you're gonna get this, like, flow of coins based on you and your top 5 playing friends. They're in your friends list. Like, you don't have to play with them, But the more points they earn,
Damn it.
the more
What's wrong?
coins all
This?
of you will get.
Listen,
Perhaps you could reconsider the teaching position. I just want you to be safe, Ducky.
my father died in a storm. Mother thinks I'll end up the same.
I didn't get to
She
see any
hates
storms in
what
the
I
demo.
do.
I'm a little
I
upset about
dread
that.
her messages. They're always the same. Tears, pleading.
She can't help it. She's a mom.
She cares about you. I don't think she can stop worrying.
I just don't want to hurt her. I want her to be happy because I'm happy. That's never gonna happen, is it?
Would teaching really be so bad?
I'm not sure. I'd be decent at it. People say I'm good at explaining things, and shaping young minds does have its appeal. But how could I leave all this? You're a Lancer. Something must drive you to risk yourself out there day after day, same as me.
I'm a sociopath. I like killing monsters with the biggest guns I can find and space magic. I'm a space wizard, Harry. You get a magic stick. Have fun. Let's see. My work matters. I mean, yes, I don't see too many freelancers. There's only like one or two other guys that talk about putting on the armor. And what sentinels I have seen go down pretty easy, and they travel in pairs, and they still get whooped by like small bands of Scaran people. Who else will?
I'm good at flying a javelin. If I don't do it, who will?
Obligation, huh? Never would have guessed. That's not me, though. I love the work that I do. I'm afraid I'll regret leaving. Or miss out on some great discovery.
Stay strong. Don't apologize for what you want. Do what makes you happy.
Does that make me a bad person?
Not really. You can't control how she feels. And you can't live your life for her.
Oh, the guilt.
You'll be okay. Drink some tea.
Oh, I'll go through several pots tonight, trying to formulate a response to my mother. Thanks for listening, though. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
I love his voice. It's so freaking smooth. Anytime. And you're like, yes! This guy. It said the voice was permanent Friday when I first logged in. So I was like, does that mean I can change my voice in-game when the game comes up? Or are you going to be able to, like, alter yourself in some way? I don't know. But I am, like, look at that sky. Oh, jeez, what is, staring straight up into a street lamp, aren't I? No, seriously, what is that? Never noticed that glare there before. Is there, like, a star up there? I'm trying to get some shade somewhere. What is that? There's nothing there, I don't think. That's weird. But,
No,
okay.
that's new.
What? Who am I talking? Oh, okay, yeah, I talked to her the other day. But no, stop doing that! That was weird. Stop it. But I mean, it looks like we've got a couple of moons, so I feel like there could be a very, very bright star or like a nebula or something close by. Because they've already said this isn't Earth. It's not any planet in any of the game universes they've ever made, so don't worry about it. Okay, before I let you guys go, there is one thing I would add. Me and Lycan agreed a lot on this. You see me kind of going at a crawl everywhere? Like, I'm still walking faster than, like, pedestrian number 7 over here. But at the same time, this is as fast as I can go. And if I'm wanting to just explore, or there was a part in one of the stories where I had to go from, like, Matthias's room to the bar to Zoe to the forge. Like, I was going around in circles, and this pace just does not feel good. Like, can I please jog? I'm doing important work here. I've got an armored battle suit. Like, let me out of the suit be able to at least jog 10 feet.
I just ran into Daver.
See, and every time I come over
Yeah,
here,
I
there's
heard
people
it.
talking to each
Scars
other.
ripped open one of those gate things and ambushed the patrol. Daver got all fired up. Sentinel buddy of mine said they had to stop him from charging through after them.
He never learns.
Again, I don't know why
Those
these
gates,
people are all wearing masks.
they say
I
they
think it's a
can,
religious
I don't know,
thing.
change
I don't
you.
know.
Come out the other side and you're just not you.
But yes, I did not see any storms. Lycan told me that if I want to fight a Titan, which I was kind of looking forward to find one of those giant ash Titans like in the first E3 trailer. Or live gameplay that was also a trailer. Can't talk to
When
her.
all said and done,
She can
killing
talk to
Matthias
me,
isn't so bad.
but I can't talk to her.
I'd burn the fort down.
Like
Maybe
here,
I should trim my beard. It is fashionable, right? I don't even know.
I like your beard. You got good look. But see, they can talk to me, I can't talk to them, so I don't know. And there's where'd he go? Here's the guy that we get to see in one of the trailers, and he's all very
There's
excited.
usually someone here in the fort with a story to tell, a contract to offer.
Like the guys are always like trying to flag you down and be like, "Hey bud, what's up? How you doing? Let me talk to the back of your head while you're walking slowly away." But no, I'm not gonna say it's a perfect game. The demo is way more than I have ever seen in a demo. Like, again, after this hour with you guys, I've put maybe 14, 15 hours into this game, and I'm just enjoying walking around and talking about it. And that glare thing is gone, so that was weird. But look at that sky. That is a breathtaking sky. And I know graphics aren't important to me, really. Me, I like a good story. I like a good plot. I like good gameplay. Like, if I'm having to deal with clunky controls, it's gonna make it really hard for me to focus on the story you're trying to tell me. And baby no like. But like here, the gameplay is solid. I am super stoked. Like, the characters I've talked to all have continuous stories. Like, every time you come back, they have new snippets to talk about, and I feel like I know these characters. Destiny had one character I cared about, and that was more just because he was voiced by Nathan Fillion. He added something to the role that made me love the character, and he was a fan favorite for everybody. But like, each of these characters, I think, trumps him. Like, if Nathan Fillion voiced any of these characters, he'd be my favorite again, just because he's Nathan Fillion. But the writing for each of these guys is really good. Probably my favorite talking to was the bartender, Amal. It's because that kid is so naive and just crazy. Like, stupid things happen around him, and he's like, yeah, I was just minding my own business. And then all these things happen, and I'm like, whoa! But he's so naive, he asks for your advice on what's going on. So you're more like the older brother slash father mentor figure, and it makes me happy. I'm playing a demo, and this is the most fun I've had in a game in quite some time. Borderlands had a great story. It had great gameplay. This may trump it if they fix, again, the loading issues. I feel like this demo did it perfectly. It's pretty much opening the middle couple of pages in a book and showing you those middle pages. Like, you don't know exactly what's going on, but you like what you're reading so far, so you're like, cool, let me buy this book. I mean, you're starting at the levels of 10 to 15. So this is about the kind of stuff you'll be able to expect. You'll have a javelin or two. You'll be able to talk to a lot of people. It could be some of the faction guys that it says I can't talk to. It's because they're like post-game content. Or not post-game, but like late-game content. You hit level 30, maybe you unlock a lot more of the world. I don't know. I would like in the free roam to be able to see where my friends are. at least people on my friends list, like, tag them. Or allow me to go into the map, like, there's a map, and be able to click, like, hey, let me tag that location. Or let me tag that guy so I can see one of those little blue orbs and know, hey, there's a guy in that direction. Maybe he's doing a mission and I see, or maybe I'm with Lycan and he's like, hey, I found this free roam, like, boss event just triggered. Hey, I need backup. I don't want to have to go into the map, look for him, fly in that direction, and then check my map to make sure I'm not going the wrong way or going sideways, or like maybe I overshot his location. I want to be able to go on the map, tag him, go, get some work done on some nasty. Just my review. If you like Destiny, if you like Borderlands, if you like a decent shoot and loot idea of game, if you like a good RPG, if you like any of those things, or if you're just like one of those people that you just want the neatest looking game ever, it looks good. Jim Sterling, just, I don't know what his definition of good graphics is. And I'm not trying to attack the guy. I only just got into watching some of his videos, and just, it's obvious maybe he's not as big a fan of this as I am. Maybe I'm biased or not. But you guys have seen me play enough different genres of game. I do prefer RPGs. I do like shooters, so this game's already an okay combination of those two. I like loot and being able to customize my character. I hope there's a little more depth to the customization, but again, you saw I get a crap ton of those slots for customization. I got, what, like 6 or 7 of them? 8 of them? And you unlock them every couple of levels, so you're not feeling like you're being hurt. So I am so stoked for February 22nd. Like, the 22nd and the 23rd, I am going to go to work, or not. I don't know what days those are. I'm guessing a Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's usually when games drop. But, I will be at work, and I won't be able to think of anything but getting back home and getting on this game. Like, even now, I'm like, oh, the demo's gonna end today, it's gonna be back on next weekend, but at the same time, I might go on the demo next weekend just to try out a different Javelin, because this video's running pretty long. I didn't mean for it to, I'm sorry, guys. But, like, this time, I was using the Storm pretty much all day yesterday. Did all the story missions it gives you, and after I think the first Stronghold I did, I had enough XP to unlock a frame, or a Javelin. I'm gonna keep comparing this to Warframe. Like, I don't compare them to Guardians, even though they have a Warlock class. But no, Destiny is not... It didn't do this with the role-playing and the hub. I mean, you get told there's people, but you never really get to interact with the people in the game. Like, if they don't have a quest for you, you don't get to talk to them. You don't get to see them just milling about. I mean, here's a couple of kids looking at a book. There aren't even kids in Destiny, even though you get told multiple times, no, there's children. They're around there somewhere. Don't know where, but they're around there somewhere. I mean, there's a shopkeep talking to normal people. It's not some pretentious jackass going, let me decrypt your engrams, Guardian. It's like, no. No. Here, I don't have to go to a middleman to see what loot I got. Like, yes, it's not going to tell me during the mission, because realistically, would you be looking at exactly what you just picked up? No. You would wait until you're not being shot at, potentially, to be like, okay, cool, I got this, I got this, I got this. And since they're attached to your... Yay. And since all of this gear and parts are attached to your Javelin, and you have a mechanic that has to attach these things to your Javelin, you can't realistically do them on the fly in the field. Like, that's why you've got your own dedicated mechanic, yo. So, my review on this game, it's good. It's really good. It's not perfect. The loading issues make it really frustrating. Like, if you're playing solo, it's not as big an issue. Oh, you can't load into the game. It takes maybe 30 to 60 seconds to get right back in, and it's like, hey, you were trying to do a thing. Do you still want to do that thing? Bam, we're in. But if you're with a group of dedicated people, like you're on headset, you're talking with your friends, you're all trying to do a mission, and you and best friend A are in, and best friend C and D are like, guys, we don't have our triangles, we're not loading in properly, we won't get to play with y'all today. That really sucks. In a game that when I try to go private, the game gives me not one but 2 screens that are like, are you sure you want private? Anthem's kind of designed for multiplayer. Going in private's gonna, like, hurt the experience for you. And you're like, no, I just want to do some video. I just want to explore the world. But I'm really happy with what this is becoming. I know a lot of people see that EA stamp and it immediately makes them bias against the game. Like, you can almost hear the disgust in Jim Sterling's video of, ugh, EA's involved. Crap. But me, I'm like, I really feel like between Andromeda and a lot of the flack that EA's been getting lately, I mean, them and Activision lost money. Lots of money. Like, they still made a profit, I think, last year. Just, they didn't make nearly as much profit as they figured they would on all these cash grabs and jackass practices they were doing. And money talks to companies that big that, like, they don't even care about the little people anymore. They're just walking ATMs. But I feel like at some point BioWare walked up and said, you ruined Mass Effect Andromeda. That wasn't on us. You gave it to, like, a completely different team. And they didn't do it well. And now we look bad because of your screw up. We want to make a game. It's been in the works a while. We like the idea. It kind of looks at this Destiny thing and says, hold my beer, we can do that way better. And again, if it's just cosmetics for its microtransactions and or you can farm like the coins for it, yeah. I mean, I bought enough things to buy all the cosmetics for 1 javelin, because each one costs like 25 and you start with 100, and I'm now left with 40, so I can't do a whole heck of a lot for my Storm or the Colossus or the Interceptor. But this one, I really feel like BioWare put a foot down and said, hey EA, we can make you a butt ton of money. Like, we don't mind putting some microtransactions in there. That's kind of a thing. We like making money since we're hoping to just run this game for the next decade or so, if not longer if the game's big enough. But yeah, like, if I go private... Aw, are you not gonna... Okay, let's... I'm just doing this to see if it's going to tell me, are you sure you want to do that? There it is. Oh, duh, it's not available for free play. But usually that would be the message, is like, are you sure you want to do this mission by yourself? But I don't have any missions left to do. I don't know if there's a way to replay missions. No! I don't want to jump into someone's match and then be like, yeah, you're helping, and I'm just talking. But no, I am so happy about what Anthem is looking like. Again, but no, I am so happy. If you guys like watching what I do, the next few months of my life, I can almost guarantee will be me streaming Anthem. If I had the time and the money and I didn't have to work for a living, I would try to probably stream Anthem every day for you guys for like 3 or 4 hours at a time. Speaking of which, I do have a Patreon under Lytbringr. I do have a Facebook page, but I don't check Facebook very often. I'm sorry. I do have a Twitter. Again, I don't really check that very often either. If you want to contact me, the best way to do it is to go into the comments of one of my YouTube videos. I am always on those pretty easily. Because I love them, the YouTubes. I just wish the YouTubes gave me more love. But I will see you guys next weekend. Lights out.